feel like you want to leave the relationship, and then we convince ourselves out of it. That's the trauma. That moment right there is the trauma reemerging. It's intuition, knowingness, and then it's fear, which then causes us to justify, rationalize, do all the patterns that create the anxiety and the suffering. If the relationship was the absolute cause of my suffering, then I'm going to convince myself I just need to find the perfect person. And what would happen is I'm going to keep attracting the same person to show me my thinking, to reflect it right back to me, because we're here to free ourselves. We're not here to have the perfect circumstance, to have the perfect bank account, or any of these things that can't make us happy. So we're here for freedom. My relationship is going to reflect back to me most often what I'm being towards them. Now, the miracle is when as you shift, very often the relationship shifts. And if it doesn't shift, then that's a very clear sign that it might just not be compatible for you. But I'll tell you, I guess you could say, a rule, and this doesn't always have to be the case, but seems to be what you're experiencing. Um, until we free ourselves, meaning in this moment we feel absolutely free, then we don't know if we're upset at the relationship or if we're upset at our own conditioning from our trauma and we're just putting it on the relationship. Because I'll give you an example. A lot of people think they're in a relationship with another person, but they're in a relationship with their mother or father that they're overlaying onto the other person. They don't even know the other person yet. They haven't even met the other person yet.
Mm.
And it's all this unconscious, innocent way that we heal.
Mhm.
So, with Ashley, my partner, there's been many times that I realized I wasn't even in relationship with her. I was in relationship with my story about her, which came from my relationship with my mom. And in A Course in Miracles, they call that a shadow figure. We project shadows of people from our past onto our current people to heal. And we might not even you can be in a relationship with someone for 20 years, but if I'm going through these cycles of pain, then I'm actually not even in a relationship with them. I'm just dealing with this shadow. So the goal here is not necessarily I have to know everything about how I'm going to end this relationship and I got to figure all that stuff out, but it's what is keeping me from feeling freedom and peace right now. And when I go
Right.
directly there and I feel like, you know what? If nothing changes just in this moment, I feel okay. I'm going to be me. I feel free right now to be here. I feel supported right now to be here. Then that means we are seeing clearly. Until we see clearly, if we're not seeing clearly, we're in a state of stress. Now, it's okay to leave situations if we're feeling stressed, especially if they are abusive. But typically, if we continue to make decisions from stress, then we're just going to keep being stressed. So, what you're doing right now is you're ending the cycle of choosing from stress and going, let me find the source of my stress right now. And this is the blessing of the people that we live with, the people that are most close to us. They're going to bring to the surface everything. I mean, if we learn how to, it doesn't mean we need to be with them, but if we learn how to love someone unconditionally, we're healing every single relationship in our life through that one person. And that doesn't mean you need to stay with them. It just means they're going to bring these things up. That's their job. That's all of our, I haven't met one person that goes, yeah, my relationship has just been sunshine and rainbows 24/7. So that's the job of relationships. And inquiry is just how we do the job. Inquiry becomes literally a way of living our life moment to moment when we're doing this work for our own freedom, not to change anyone, not to get anything from life, but because we're here for freedom and we know it's an inside job. That's when inquiry becomes our best friend.